And on this episode of Just Tear It Down, we have this from Variety. Jennifer Lopez to produce Bob the Builder animated movie at Mattel starring Anthony Ramos. I think the worst thing that happened to society was that the Hollywood strike ended. Wasn't that like the greatest time to be alive when all these A-list millionaire actors were there crying about their jobs and society was just moving on without a care? I remember Bryan Cranston and others just screaming into microphones, making it seem like that I should give a shit about what happens to these people. No, no one cares. Like I said, it was the greatest time because society was actually better without all these Hollywood elitists telling me how to feel and how to vote. Then the strike ended, and now we got this bullshit going on. A Bob the Builder animated movie. You know, at first, I thought this was going to be a live action. I'm really glad I clicked on this article because everything that I read so far made it seem like this was going to be a live action. That would have just been just the cherry on top of Hollywood on fire at this point. This is cherry on top of, you know what? Fuck it. It doesn't need to go on. We're better. Right now, we have enough movies on Tubi from 20, 30 years ago that's more than capable of entertaining us for another lifetime and a half. We don't need anything new coming out of Hollywood. But back to Bob the Builder. Jennifer Lopez producing this. Has anyone taken a breakup worse than Jennifer Lopez? Because every time I go on Facebook, I see a new picture of Jennifer Lopez at some kind of event, wearing a revealing outfit, and all these news places simping for her, telling her how great she looks and how she's sticking it to Ben Affleck. No. No, no, no. This bitch has been collecting engagement rings like Infinity Stones forever. And what does she have to show for it? Nothing. Now she's producing a Bob the Builder movie. It ain't gonna work. And you know why it's not gonna work? Because this movie is gonna be nothing but a preaching about diversity and racism and, oh, we should work together? No. No, no, no. I have to find out what it's called though, but I remember years ago, I watched this Netflix cooking documentary. It was about Los Angeles. And the narrator was bragging about the diversity of Los Angeles, saying how it's all these places coming together and they're meshing these things and no other place in the world is as diverse as Los Angeles. And then the next sentence, he was talking about how you go on this street and it's nothing but Spanish food and nothing but Spanish businesses and nothing but Spanish apartment complexes. Then you go on to the next street and it's nothing but Asian businesses and Asian apartment complexes. So you're not a diverse place. You're segregated, just closer together. So now we have a Bob the Builder movie. Takes place in Puerto Rico. Why? Because we're going to have so many talks about immigration and Hispanics and blah, blah, blah. We all know what's going to happen. We all know. It says here, Bob travels to Puerto Rico. Why? Why would any human being on the planet, other than to go to one of the rich resorts protected by police officers, why are you going to Puerto Rico? Moving on. For a major construction job, do they not have builders in Puerto Rico that can do this on their own? Goes on to say, according to the official logline, audience will see Bob as he takes on issues affecting the island. I wonder what those issues could possibly be. And digs deeper into what it means to build. Okay, so again, we know, just from that line right there, we know what it's going to be. That we're different, but we should see each other as equals. You know, if it wasn't for the NFL posting end racism on both of the end zones, you would never think that racism is actually a thing in 2025. It's honestly, it's kind of crazy seeing that thing like, oh, wait, racism is still an issue in America? I don't think it is. It is if you're the news and you're trying to do clickbait stories, and if you want something because you're not good enough and you want to claim diversity and inclusion of why you're not getting hired or being paid as you think you should be. It also says Bob's journey will celebrate the vibrant and colorful textures of the Caribbean, Latin nations, and their people. I don't think a single person involved in this project at all has been to Puerto Rico. Then it says, add in that elements of the film were inspired by his own life. Oh, good. Cannot wait for this one. For years, Bob the Builder's characters have inspired young people around the world. Have they? It was kind of a fun show where they just built construction things. As a kid, I don't remember the deeper meanings of the Bob the Builder show. It was just, it was a fun thing. A movie about friends working together, a celebration of a beautiful home they share, and how love can help to conquer any obstacle in your way. I guess I'm sorry. Is there a deeper cut of the Bob the Builder TV show that I've missed? And then we got the greatest quote of all time. The show's ability to promote positive thinking, problem solving, and empowerment with a completely original story set in Puerto Rico puts a new spin on the beloved brand. You're gonna bastardize this mother, aren't you? When has that worked? Just look at the past few years when any place says we're putting a new spin on it or a new direction. It's just code for our product is gonna suck. Our product is going to be the worst thing you've ever seen. And since you have it set in Puerto Rico, and Hispanic people are producing this thing and they're in it, they are going to say, oh, the world is just racist. Just like the NFL says. You ever watch an NFL game today? I really don't. But if you watch an NFL game, on the end zones, it says end racism. It's like, if I'm a racist, do you really think that message that you guys wrote down is going to stop me from being a racist? Just out of pure curiosity, what is the NFL looking to gain from that? Do they think there's like a neo-Nazi out there watching this and going, man, maybe I'm wrong about certain dark-skinned people, you know? Maybe I should change my ways, but thank you, NFL. You have forever changed my life. Unbelievable. They're just sniffing their own farts at this point. All of these companies, all these people just think that they're the most important people in the world, and they're just the worst. Then lastly, it says, Bob the Builder joins a slew of Mattel films in development, some less expected than others, including American Girl, a live-action Barney movie with Get Out star Daniel Kaluuya. Get Out? I don't understand the movie Get Out. I need someone to explain the movie Get Out to me as if I'm a 5-year-old. Because from what I gathered from it, you have all these rich white people that are capturing black people to put their minds in the black people's bodies and then work at the house. Is that the gist of the movie? Is that what this movie is happening? That the woman is a house servant now, and the other guy, he just cuts the flowers and stuff? I need it explained to me as if I'm a 5-year-old, because I don't understand this movie at all. Then it says, a Vin Diesel-led Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I don't understand Vin Diesel with voiceovers. With the Groot character, how much money are you spending on Vin Diesel? There needs to be a documentary of how that possibly came to be. So, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, they're gonna fuck that up. Lena Dunham's take on Polly Pocket. Okay, the fact it's not just says Leah Dunham in Polly Pocket. It says her take on it. What do I care about her take on it? I want to see Polly Pocket, right? As it was made. Why would I want someone else's take on it? And then it sucks off Greta Gerwig, say major successful Barbie. And now that bitch is going over to do the Chronicles of Narnia, which is not about, like, the religion anymore. It's about rock and roll. Yeah. Without Ryan Gosling, that movie would have tanked, I bet. I think the only thing that made Barbie a massive success was the fact that Ryan Gosling he became Ken. The memes were fantastic. I'm still seeing the memes today. They're just beautiful. And without him, that movie would have torpedoed so badly. And I like that. I forgot where the quote was. I think it was Greta Gerwig explaining that she was upset that people liked Ken. I gotta see if I can find that quote. But she was upset that people really didn't take the movie seriously. How can I take it seriously? It was so far left that it was satire. So yeah, that's the Bob the Builder animated movie coming out. I mean, at this point, Hollywood, you don't have a single original idea floating around your head. You got nothing going on. All you have is old IPs that were really great at one point. People forgot about. That's the best part about that's the best part of them taking these IPs. They're taking them at not the point where they're at their peak, where they were at their most popular. Like if you would have made a Bob the Builder TV show, I'm sorry, like Bob the Builder movie or a live action movie. I don't know, when did this thing come out? Like 10, 20 years ago? Something like that? If you would have done it then, at its absolute heights, you would have made some money. Right now, I'm questioning, is Bob the Builder even a show anymore? Are they making new episodes, or are companies just bidding for this thing to put them on their failing streaming networks, and that's it? But we all know this thing is gonna suck. It's gonna be nothing but a racial diversity empowerment PowerPoint slideshow, and that's it. That's all it's going to be. And you know, at this point, that's all Hollywood could possibly muster up. But in the end, what do you guys think about that?
Do you see me in this endless despair? Do you know the way I've had to bear? I've tried and failed and I've hoped in vain, but your voice cuts through my deepest pain. You ask me now, as the truth is revealed, do you want to be